Welcome to another iConnect University. My name is Cameron. I'm your host, Cameron Evans, the marketing manager. And today we did have an iConnect feature that we wanted to show you all, and basically how our ISA team assigns leads to you all through the iConnect app, just so again you all get familiar with it and it becomes second nature for you all. So when you're out in the field, it's just super simple for you all to do what you need to do to meet the clients when you are out in the field using the iConnect app. Unfortunately, we are making updates to it to improve it, and when it comes to those updates, sometimes it comes at the risk of there's some malfunctions in the app. And so, like I was saying earlier to the other individuals, if you all are experiencing any sort of um, tech issues with the iConnect app, we're just making updates to it, and so give us some time. But our ISA team is on it, making sure that everybody is still getting their leads some way somehow, either through WhatsApp or through Slack. So just be very aware with that. And then obviously, just like always, if y'all have any questions, go ahead and contact our ISA team. And so, since we're going to skip right to the marketing portion or the social media portion, actually have a special guest today. I actually wanted to show you some of his doings before bringing him on. So we talk a lot about content for you all. We talk a lot about the type of content to post. And if I could just find my phone, there we go. We talk about a lot about like the type of content to post. I had a really great conversation with Blender yesterday, and he was asking me what content should I post, and I took him through exactly what I teach you all, which is searching the most talked about topics by your consumers online using ChatGPT. And he was absolutely taken back. He was like, "Wow, I didn't know, it could do it that fast." And I was like, "Yeah, now you have content set up for the whole rest of your year." And so, anyways, but when it comes to the content topics, I'm going to share with you all one that is working phenomenally well with us. And then what I'm going to do is bring on the man, the myth, the legend himself, who's responsible for these doings. And he's going to show you how to post this content, how to do this content yourself. And so, but I just wanted to go to our Instagram account real quick. And I wanted to give you all notice of this piece of content right here. Hopefully you all can see that and it's not too blurry for you all. And so, but when I click on this piece of content, as you can see, it's an amenity of us going out to the neighborhood and posting a video of one of the local shops here. And it was a really cool shop. And I don't know if you guys noticed the numbers on this. So we just posted this yesterday. And so far it's at 76 likes. We're at 2 comments. We're at 21 shares, which is absolutely amazing. And then right there, that 4K, that's not the quality of video. That's the number of views that we got since yesterday. And so, and that's organically. We're going to get into, like, I'm pretty sure if you all have been following this, like I actually amplify posts like this that are doing very, very well. And, but I wanted to bring in Eric Zarati, the man behind all of our content. Eric, come on in. Slide on in.
Hello, everybody.
And so I wanted to actually bring you in and have you show everybody basically how to post content like this when it comes to the captions, when it comes to the titles on the content, when it comes to the um, what's it called? When it comes to the descriptions and the hashtags. I wanted to just show everyone how to basically post a piece of content like this. Because last time you came in, you talked about filming this type of content, specifically homes. But now, if you can walk them through basically how you're posting this content on Instagram, that'd be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
So to start off, I think for every post, the max amount of time that you need to post something is maybe like 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes while you're grabbing coffee, while you're getting lunch, in between meetings. Like you can make it a lot easier for yourself. Um, and I think people might like overcomplicate it when it really is like really simple. Just, take a couple of videos while you're doing a home tour. When you're doing an open house, take a couple of videos around the house, and then, after you wrap things up, put them into Instagram. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, so you can kind of get a good system going so that you can get these videos out in like 10 minutes. Okay, so
Yeah, so there. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go.
go.
hmm Very nice. Can everybody see that? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys can see that. All right, thanks for everyone's participation on that. Gosh. Either nobody can see it or everybody's sleeping on their
Yeah,
computer.
not everybody at once, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now I have the Instagram page up. This is our Warburton Props account, and I'm gonna show you behind the scenes on how to post basically this exact video. I'm gonna show you guys how I edit it on my end and give you some tips and tricks to help you post content exactly like this.
Mhm.
All right, so I have a draft already up. I have a draft already up, and I am going to show you guys exactly how to edit a couple of these clips. So I have 10 clips already added. I edited them like just 10 minutes ago. So I'm going to walk you guys through my process for the last two clips. I have this one, it's a clip of the living room, and then I have a bedroom right here. Okay, so for clips like this, I tend to keep them at a minute, or sorry, not a minute, a second and a half of length, just so that, you know, things are constantly moving. If you spend too long on a clip, people will lose interest pretty quickly. Oh, let me get this. People will lose focus really quickly, and then they'll like want to swipe away. So let me show you what I have so far. So it's a couple of clips around the house. Uh, Very pretty, right? Okay. So when we're filming, once again, we have three different types of filming techniques that you could use. This one is a push or a pull, which is essentially you go front and back. And you can see like even in this raw clip, I go front and back a couple of times just so that I can kind of get the perfect one, like the money shot, right? Right? This left one or this second clip is a pan, which is just left to right. So I start off to the left of the bed and end off on the right side of the bed. So let's go to the first clip. I'm gonna scrub through the video to find a really good clip to use. Like see right there is really good. So I'm gonna tap on this first tile, and then down here is gonna give me a couple of options. You can mess with these. Um, however, what on your free time, you know, there you can mess with the speed, you can mess with voice effects if you're speaking within these videos. What I'm gonna do split, and then I'm gonna delete the first clip, and this is just gonna split the video in half. Discard. And now I only want a second and a half of this video, so I'm just going to grab the video at the very end and shorten it. Right here, Instagram will tell you how long the clip is. So I'm gonna bring it down to 1.5. Perfect. Great. And now you have you have a clip just to add to the entire video. And then if you do enough of these, you literally just can go around the house and do and record like 3-second clips just in different points of the house. I mean, you can see I did 3 different angles of the kitchen. This is the oven, this is the island slash the living room. This is a full shot of the kitchen. Like these videos are really easy to throw together in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do the same thing for the bed.
And so when you all are filming these, you're actually filming it on your obviously on your phone, but the camera that's in your phone, obviously you're saving all these videos to your photos folder within your phone. And so this just happens innately, obviously on your phone, and that's where he's getting all this content from. Because I'm pretty sure people are like, wait, how did he get all this content into Instagram in the first place? And then if you can show Eric like how they actually add another clip to this, and so like, can you show them like the add clips, like how they, add a clip to Instagram? Yeah, these while he's looking for that, these clips are like really simple to get. You know, it's like we talked about previously, the filming portion of it for those of you who were on that episode, to where it's like really simple. When you're walking into a house, always make sure that I always call them my verticals, and so make sure that your verticals are aligned, meaning that the camera is straight up and down, and looking at any sort of room, like it's not tilted or rotated to the side. Like you always want to make sure that your clips are like straight up and down. And then at the same time, you're doing the what Eric mentioned is like the push movements, the pull movements, and then just panning from left to right in order to get the clips. Yes, Angelica. I
Sorry,
think you're
I
mute.
was trying to unmute myself.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I kind of like got into something else, but so this video is it a video with just with your phone, right?
Yeah, so everything is done with his phone. Like he's going in and filming everything, literally everything with his phone.
Okay, because what I've done is I think I had a video and then I had to shorten it and I used Canva, but these
Okay.
you're able, yeah, Canva does videos and then you can edit there. So what are you using to edit the video?
So he's using it. He's editing it directly in Instagram.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So this is, yeah, Instagram's platform. Instagram natively, like they, in my opinion, they have enough features within their platform to edit a video the way that you wanted to edit.
Ah,
And so yeah, I think it's amazing that you use Canva. That's another like editing software where you can edit reels and then save them and then just upload them to Instagram. But
mhm.
in my opinion, it's like, that's a great, Canva's a great software to use. There's a new app called Edits. There's CapCut, but at the same time, if nobody, wanted to go and edit in an external, like in a third party piece of software, like you can do literally everything you need to do from adding music, captions to anything within Instagram's platform.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me go over how to add clips. So you're gonna come down to the lower menu.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. You're gonna hit add clips. And here you can see all these clips that I've also taken at a local amenity. So this is a local place that I took videos at in West Covina. This one is actually all the clips that I recorded at the cafe shop uh, that Cameron had showed you guys at the beginning of the Zoom call.
Mm-hmm.
So here are all of the home clips that I have. I mean, I have clips of like the bathroom, the master bedroom, right, or bathroom right here. I have the walk-in closet over here. This is one of the rooms. Let me show you guys. Let's do the restroom.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna click on this clip, and then you could even down here, it'll give you like a little menu to edit the video before adding it officially to the video. And you can even, shorten it down to like a minute or the 1 second, 30 seconds here, 1.5 seconds here. So I'm gonna do 1.5. Do next.
Boom.
There it is.
That easy. And it just adds it to the end of your video.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
And that's it.
Nice.
Cool. So to add music, we're gonna hit add audio. And you're gonna have a couple of options here. You're gonna have things that are on your For You page. So these are songs that Instagram thinks that you should post. There's another tab here for trending. So these are all the trending songs. A lot of times you're gonna find like really weird songs, like really weird sounds that are, trending. I mean, you could use those sounds, uh, like use your discernment for how you want to use those sounds. So this is a very interesting one. So I would say for Instagram sounds, when you're adding a song to a video, to use your page's aesthetic as a good reference point for the song. So something like this is like 80s tech. It's like 80s techno. And if you go through our Instagram page, the Warburton Props Instagram page, you'll see that a lot of our songs don't really match that 80s techno vibe. So I'm just gonna go through. I think this is one that Lorena used yesterday for the cafe video. So I'm just gonna use that one. That was pretty good. So here, Instagram will let you scrub through what part of the video that you want to use. So I'm gonna go. This is a really good. This is a really good part of the song. I like to do the chorus of the song because a lot of times that is the part of the song that will go viral, like on TikTok, for example. Like the chorus is a lot of times the part of the song that will go viral. So I'm gonna start it there. And there you go.
Nice.
Right? And you could even take this a step further. If you look at the video that I put that we posted on our page, you know, this is the exact same home. Except I even put in text. This is the first time that I did this in a while. I put text of some local spots or the distance that these places are from the home. So, you know, like Raising Cane's is 3 minutes away. I put like a Ralph's. I'll put the distances from like high schools and schools around the area. And, you know, that'll help home buyers see that you know the community, you know, to give that information.
Very cool. Can you show us how you put those texts in there?
Yeah. Okay, so to add text, you're gonna hit add text down at the bottom menu. And then here, let's put this home is beautiful.
Yeah, for these texts, I always like to put something that in the marketing world, they call this like stopping the scroll. So like if you think about it, when people are on Instagram, they're constantly scrolling. And every time they go to the search page, like I don't know if you all, so actually let me put my phone in here real quick. And so let me take off my limit. And so I don't know, so if you all go to this search, so when people are searching, you see like all these different thumbnails, like all these thumbnails that pop up. And this is where I like to, so that is where that shows up. So if your video were to show up on our screen here, that cover photo, which we can show you all how to create in a set, it's really, really simple. It's exactly what Eric's talking about. Once that cover photo, you input that cover photo, that is what's going to show up when people go to the search page. And so this is why, so what I was about to say is like, this is why I get a little strategic with my titles of the videos, just so I can get people's attention when they're in that search on Instagram and they're just searching around, right? Because think about it, like they're going to Instagram and they're not necessarily going to Instagram to look at homes, right? Obviously, if they're a home buyer and they're looking for homes, they're going to get their eye is going to be caught by a home that has something to do with what they're looking for. And so, for example, if I am an individual that wants to move to the Pasadena area and I want a home with a big backyard because I have dogs, right? What I'm gonna put if I had a listing or if I had a real estate friend that had a listing or an agent in my brokerage had a listing, like here at the TWT team, you know, somebody in the Temecula or whatever had a listing in the Pasadena area. That listing, what I would put as the title that would act as my cover is home in Pasadena, huge backyard. And so it's just something that captures the attention of somebody who's scrolling through Instagram. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I added this text. This is a really good way to get people to stop. Adding something like provocative to the first clip. It'll like stop people like Cameron said, it'll stop the scroll. So this one is like, would you want a kitchen island that big? And so it'll make people like want to stop and be like, oh, let me look, you know, let me form an opinion. Let me look at the kitchen island. Let me watch the video for a little bit. And so this is what we used to do in some of our earlier home videos. When I would post these home videos, I would strategically put the clip of the walk-in closet at the very end, and then use this title page as a way to get people to want to wait to see that walk-in closet. So we would always put like, did you see the size of that walk-in closet? And so then you're kind of like forcing them to watch the entire video until they get to see the walk-in closet at the very end. But yeah. So I added text here. I'm gonna show you guys how to do a sticker, like to add the location of the city. So Down here, you're gonna click this little happy face and hit location under sticker, and then I'm gonna put in Fontana, California. And then if you tap on here, you're able to change the style a little bit, but we like to keep it pretty casual. You're gonna hit, and then if you wanted to change the duration of this text, we like to keep the beginning text at 3 seconds. I'm gonna tap, this is what we call in editing a timeline. I'm gonna tap the sticker tile and then drag this all the way down to 3 seconds. And then Instagram appear with this yellow text or the yellow text. It'll tell you exactly how long the clip is. So I'm gonna bring it down to 3 seconds. This one is already, the title's already 3 seconds. So yeah, so now for 3 seconds that'll play, then it'll go away.
Right. And then you can add as many texts as you want all throughout the video.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like in that other example, I added text sporadically around the video, you know, highlighting some of the things that are near the house. So okay, so now we're gonna hit next. And so now I'm gonna show you guys how to create a caption. So captions can be a lot easier than, you know, people might think. I'm gonna show you the easiest way to create a caption. This is how we create captions a lot of the times. So I pulled up DR Horton. This is the model home that I visited. That's the one that I made the video on. It's a DR Horton home in Citrus Lane. Well, the community is called Citrus Lane. So I'm going to copy the entire description that they have for the home. I'm gonna hit copy. And then in a separate tab, I'm going to go into Gemini and I'm going to paste it here into Gemini.
So for those of you that don't know, so Gemini is basically Google's ChatGPT, basically. So you could do this in ChatGPT, you could do this in any, I want to say like AI language model that you can communicate with. Because I know Microsoft has their own. I know obviously Google has their Gemini, and so but any like ChatGPT chat bot that you can communicate with, you could do this in any one of them.
So I pasted the description from the DR Horton website into the text box, and I'm going to say create a captivating Instagram caption. Using the following. Right? You can hit enter. And there it is. So I like Gemini more than ChatGPT because it'll give you different options. So this one, Google Gemini gave me an option for this. This caption is going to be a focus on lifestyle. It'll tell you up there. This second option is highlighting key features. This third one is intriguing and question-based. This one is short and sweet. Like, let's do this one. Let's do the short and sweet option. And not only will it create a caption, but it'll also give you all the hashtags that you need. And these are, and I'm assuming Google is using their trends portal, like Google Trends, to create these hashtags so that they also know like what hashtags are actually trending. So I'm gonna copy that and paste it into the caption of Instagram. And there you go. And now I just created a video and a caption in under 10 minutes.
Very nice.
Super cool. I got a question though.
Yes.
So, there you are. Let's say that that's a house that, I like seeing you there, Eric. Let's say that that's a listing, one of my listings. And then I want to see, you know, how it said, like create a landing page. So, more info or whatever, you create like a link. How can we create a link and then people will click and like goes to like our website or whatever? How to create that link on that post?
Yeah, so on Instagram, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Instagram doesn't allow you to put links in the post. Like you can, but it's not clickable. And so, and that's called like not being user friendly. So being user friendly is just how easy is it for me to accomplish something on my phone, right? And so it wouldn't be user friendly just because Now, what they would have to do is literally copy that entire post, delete your text, and just leave the link and then put it into their Safari and then hit enter. And so like, you see how many steps that is just to put that link in there? And so more so what you would do is put a call to action in your post. And so you're gonna hear us say this all the time. They're called CTAs. And so a call to action, you would say either, hey, DM me if you all want more information about this home. And then when people DM you, Angelica, that's when you're sending them the link, because now the link would actually appear as a link in the DMs when you're messaging someone. Or you would tell them, hey, check out the link in my bio to go see my new listing. And so, and then now, last time, I mean, I believe you were here last time. What's it called? Last time I showed you how to put links into your Instagram, which is, yeah. And so, but yeah, that's a really good question though, of how to put the link in there. And so I would either do a call to action of DM me for the link, or I would tell them just to go into my bio and the link is there.
Yes. Also, this is a really quick tip. I understand that technology is changing every single day and people are excited to hop on technology, but this is a really good tip. People like using QR codes because of the ease of access, right? You just take a picture of the QR code and the link will pop up on your phone. There is no point to add a QR code into an Instagram post because there's no way to scan it. So so Angelica, you make a post and you put a QR code in the picture, me as a viewer, I'm like, I'm using my phone to look at this post. How am I going to take a picture of the QR code?
No, I didn't mean a QR code. I mean, because I've seen and I don't know how to do this. I've seen realtors, like when I see stories on Facebook, and then they're having like it's a story, they're putting, see, like I'm looking at one right now, and they're putting their open house, and then it says there's a hyperlink there. So there's a link that you can click and then it'll take you to whatever.
Yeah, so that's a story. So in your stories, yes, you can put a link. And so that's another option to put links. And so, but the actual post itself, like, so what we were showing you, like what goes on your main feed of Instagram, like you can't put any links in there that are like clickable, just because that's not how the platform works.
Okay.
Yeah, the only place that you can add links are either in the story or your bio.
Yeah, 100%.
On Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram. Really good question though. Does anybody have any other questions? For those of you who joined us a little bit later, we did make an announcement that we are making updates to our iCONNECT app right now. So if you are experiencing any sort of malfunctions, that is us. And so if you have any questions regarding any of your leads, be sure to reach out to Jenny and the ISA team. But yeah, does anybody have any questions regarding social media, ChatGPT, anything, Eric's outfit, where he gets his glasses, anything? Well, I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I hope it's filled with a lot of great, successful real estate conversations that lead to appointments, that lead to second appointments, that lead to offers. And then, you know what's next, Eric? Commission checks. That's why we're in this business.
Yes, thank you so much.
Cameron, do you have any time today?
Yes, yeah. I can give you a call after this.
Okay.
Yes. And so I'll call you literally right after this, Leslie.
Okay.
All right. See you, everyone.
Have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to your mothers.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day.
Bye.